Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome once more to our mixing tutorial. It's Syble Angels here. So today we are in Studio One and we are mixing our project. So there's a few things you're gonna need to learn, and once you understand those few things, you'll see your quality improving, So first of all, the things you need to understand is what you put in is what goes out. So if you're putting in garbage will go out. But if you're putting in better vocals will go out. If you're putting in quality vocals will go out. If a beat is thrash, obviously thrash will go out. So here's one secret you need to understand. If you are in the production business, you need to understand that anything you are using, from your mic, from your interface, your studio monitors, your headphones, they matter to your quality. When I started, I didn't think that this is important, because I remember when I started, I think 2000 and I can't even remember. I used to have a home theater and my projects were sounding so good on my home theater, but when I take them to my friend's place or when I play them in my phone or on another systems, they were sounding really bad. So you can also have the equipment but not knowing how to use your equipment. So I urge you guys to take your time to understand, how does your headphones work, how does your mic work, what times are good for my mic. I use an M Audio, I don't even know what's the name, but I'm gonna check right now. I use an M Audio Nova Classic A FET. You can go ahead and Google that. The vocals you're gonna be mixing are recorded with that M Audio Nova. I think if I'm recording late in the afternoon or in the night, the mic picks, or it works so good for me, And I've got different artists. I've got an artist like DM. You can go ahead and follow him on Instagram. When I record with him, I have to lower the mic, like the preamp, I have to lower it, and I need him to be a little bit higher, because if I higher the preamp on the mic and sorry, my voice just cracked, and he's lower, the quality is not so good, So mic placements, what room are you working in? Is the room big? Is the room small? Do you have any reflections, or do you have any sound bouncing on the walls, or what is happening? So understand your room, understand your environment before you even start working. Let's go to the headphones or studio monitors. When you're playing other people's songs on your headphones, or you're playing other international songs or other commercial songs on your headphones, and there's a certain quality you hear, So when you're going for your final mixes, that certain quality, at least that is what you'll be referencing to, but that should not limit you to creativity. Same with your studio monitors. I've got studio monitors, some Alexis M1 Active somethings, Active 2, blah blah blah, I don't even know the name, but I've realized that if I'm mixing with the volume very low, I get to hear more information than when I'm mixing with the volume loud. You understand? So considering my room is not so treated. I've treated just a little bit, but when I'm mixing on a low volume, I get to hear everything, and I get to hear all the mistakes more than when I'm mixing with a loud volume. Alright, so we're gonna jump into the project. We are here, we're using Studio One, Professional version 3. This is just a DAW. You don't need to go buy Studio One because you saw me using Studio One. You understand? You can do this on any software. You can do it on Cubase, you can do it on FL Studio, you can do it on Pro Tools, Reason, Mixcraft, and whatever it is, But what I urge you, get a good mic, get a good audio interface. Someone asked me, is a mixer okay? All right, a mixer is okay, but depending on what you're looking at, what are you targeting, what's the environment. So without wasting too much time, we're just gonna jump into the tutorial. We see what was done. So this project is a pre-mixed project. So what we're gonna do, we're just gonna look into the plugins I've used and why did I use them, then mute and unmute so that we can hear what is the difference. So I'm just gonna play it up to the hook, then you hear what is happening in there, and we get started.
For this money and the fame, she can work, little mama. She can work, little mama. She can work, little mama. I pay the price for this fame. She can work, little mama. She can work, little mama. She can work, little mama. For this money and the fame, she can work, little mama. She can work, little mama. She can work, little mama. I pay the price for this fame. She can work, little mama. She can work, little mama. She can work, little mama. For this money and the fame. Work, little mama.
All right, so you can hear that this is a song I produced. We didn't put our tag yet because it's still in the post. It's not even released, you know. So the first thing you have seen here is the beat. Let's look at the beat. You can see that the beat is not over compressed. You can see that the 808 or the bass or the other instruments, they are at least on minus 12 dB, which will leave you with a lot of room to work. Even if when you're going to your mastering stage, it becomes very easy. So I produced the beat, and I knew what I was gonna do with the beat in the mixing and all the post-production process. Now, the vocals. I like to record my vocals really low, you know. So if we can look at these vocals here, you can see that they are not so loud when they were recorded. Actually, they were pretty on a decent volume, right? Of course, the DM, because the artist is DM, they're featuring Deesser. The song is called Work Lil Mama, you know, for the money. I produced it myself, I recorded it myself, I mixed it myself because my engineer is not around these days, King B. So all right, so you can see that compression is gonna need to be done on that vocal. Then that another important thing, I've got two doubles or two stacks, whatever you call them. One is let's quickly check this one. This one is completely left and the other one is completely right, you know, but we're gonna find out. Then we've got F3 to minimize or show the mixer. So a lot of ad libs because we needed a hype on this song. Then we're just gonna concentrate too much on the hook, then the verses are not so important. All right, so let's go to the main vocal. You know, I'm just gonna solo the main vocal and the beat, then we hear how it's sounding like.
For this money and the fame, she can work, little mama. She can work, little mama. She can work, little mama. I pay the price for this fame.
All right, so the first thing you're gonna ask me is, how do you know that the level of the beat and the vocal is sitting correct, right? So I told you my secret when I'm mixing my beats, my instruments are at least minus 21, right? Believe it or not, but I'm serious right now. my 808 and my bass, they are not more than minus 12, right? So now I know anything else is the kick and the snares, which is not important because I'm gonna compress that, or I'm gonna limit that on the final mastering stage. So if you look at my vocal here, the main vocal is sitting around 12, minus 12. That is where my 808 and my bass is. So let's play that real quick.
For this money and the fame, she gon' work, little mama. She gon' work, little mama. She gon' work, little mama. I paid the price for this fame. She gon' work, little mama. She gon' work, little mama.
So you ask me, why is it already sounding like it's drowning? Because we have got doubles. So if you put some doubles, it becomes a little bit stronger and it becomes on top. You know, when you're stacking sounds, the level of the dBs goes higher. So if you have one sound is on minus 12, you put two sounds, automatically they can go up to minus 10, minus 9. I'm not sure what the mathematics there. All right, let's quickly switch off all the effects and hear how the main vocal sounds like. This is what we recorded.
For this money and the fame, she gon' work, little mama. She gon' work, little mama. She gon' work, little mama. I paid the price for this fame. She gon' work, little mama. She gon' work, little mama. She gon' work, little mama. For this money and the fame.
All right, you can hear that it was not so perfect. So the first thing I did, I threw a deep breath. It's just not really serious.
She gon' work, little mama. She gon' work, little mama. She gon' work, little mama. I paid the price for this fame. She gon' work.
Okay. It's just picking the breath. Then I've got auto-tune on. I'm not gonna open my settings because people have got a tendency of copying settings. But one thing I can tell you about auto-tune, if you can take Virtual DJ and throw your beat on Virtual DJ, it will tell you the tempo and it will tell you the key. So what you just need to do, you go to your auto-tune, you take the key that is on the Virtual DJ, you record with it on. So if there's something you're not understanding there, message me back, comment, or you know what to do. You know what it is. So the next thing I did on this vocal, since the dynamics are a little bit, you know, it's peaking here and there and here and there, I went on and I put a Aravox. It's a waves compressor. So remember I said my room is not so treated. I put a gate here. If you're using the Aravox compressor, it's got this section where you can put a gate for some other noises in case your room has got noise and then, all right, here's the trick. I'm just gonna show you this one. This one you're gonna get away with, you know. Make sure that the vocals are solid.
This money and the fame, she gon' work, little mama. She gon' work, little mama.
Look at here.
She gon' work, little mama. I paid the price for this fame.
Now, the secret with the Aravox compressor or all the compressors, they'll show you the input, which is this one. So you can see that the vocal is on at least minus 12. Then when it peaks, it goes over minus 12. So where do you want to start compressing? I want to start compressing at minus 11.7, you know. So it's hitting almost everything, but not everything. Do you understand? So it's somewhere there, but I'll start compressing somewhere there. Right, look at that.
The fame, she gon' work, little mama. She gon' work, little mama. She gon' work, little mama. I paid the price for this fame. She gon'
I'm sure that is clear. Then I did a little bit of gain reduction because after I compressed, it was a little bit louder. So I like to keep my things soft. I don't want them to go crazy in the mixing stage. Then the next thing, I don't know why did I do that, but I did it. I've put a delay. I don't normally put my delay directly, but on this one, it looks like I did it directly, you know. So with a delay now, this is how it sounds like.
For this money and the fame, she gon' work little mama. She gon' work little mama.
So the feedback time is very short. It's 8. The delay time is half. The beat is set to tempo. You can see the beat is 96. Then I did a little bit telephone effect, high pass filter at 350, and low pass filter at 4.5K. You know, so it's not coming back the same way it is. You know, the delay is like in a telephone effect. Then I put the ping pong here. Then the analog, it's off. If you are using the waves and you don't have any analog gear, just switch that off. Because if you switch it on, it's gonna give you some noise, and I don't think you want noise, you know. So that's all on the main vocal. The dryness is about 10%, 10% wet. You know, so the delay is coming in only at 10%. It's not really crazy. Now, the other thing I've put is the reverb. So I'm gonna now explain my sends, my augs, and everything, you know. So the reverb, pre-delay 1.5, so it doesn't hit exactly with the vocal. So at least the reverb will hit 1.5 seconds late. Then the reverb time will be 2 seconds. So it's a short reverb, I think, for me. Then the size 7-in-1 diffusion, I didn't diffuse it at all. Then, boom, that's my reverb settings. I'm gonna show you a secret on my reverb settings. Now, with the reverb, this is how it sounds like.
For this money and the fame, she gon' work little mama. She gon' work little mama. She gon' work little mama. I paid the price for this
With the
fame.
beat.
She gon' work little mama. She gon' work little mama.
So now you can hear the delay. It's there and it's sitting right inside there. So the reason why I've put a delay direct there, I wanted the same reverb to affect the delay. You know, so let's quickly go to the doubles. Nothing serious on the doubles. It's just the same auto tune. You can hear how low they are. Okay, it's just auto tune. Then I've got compression on them. These ones are super compressed. You know, you can see they are like minus 6 dB at most reduction. Then the other double, I'm used to using 2 screens, so this 1 screen thing is just something else. Same setting, reverb on, but we're gonna look at reverb later on. Auto tune and reverb, nothing else. No EQ, no nothing. You understand? So now the main and the doubles sounds like this.
For this money and the fame, she gon' work little mama.
Can you see here? It's now more than 12
She
dB.
gon' work little mama. I
You know,
paid
that's
the
the main.
price for
Let's look at
this
the mix
fame.
bus.
She gon' work little mama. She
Okay.
gon' work little mama. She gon' work little mama. For this money and the fame, she gon' work little mama.
So now you can see that it's more on the minus 12 dB. Now, if you can look at my vocals, all of them, they are sending to a mix bus, right? Why do I do that? Because I like to put my, let's go to the mix bus. So all the vocals are sending to this bus. And on this bus, this is where I have my EQ. You won't believe my EQ if I open my EQ right now. You won't believe it, trust me. This is my EQ. Nothing serious, no cutting, no boosting crazy like what you see on internet saying you. That's bullshit to me, at least with my mic and my room and my artist. So I've got low cut or a high pass at around 120. Then I've got a bell cut around 250, minus 2 dB. All right, what I've realized with this pad, that is where the muddiness or whatever you call it, that boring sound is on my mic, not on everyone's mic, only on my mic. Then I did a little bit of boosting, a bell boosting. Sorry, my voice cracked again. It's like 3 a.m. in the morning. What do you expect? So I did a boosting at around 8.5 dB and at plus 3.23 dB, you know. But I'm just gonna play these vocals. Then let me just play everything and mute the beat so that you can hear how this EQ is affecting. Let me switch off these other ones. All right.
She gon' work, little mama. She gon' work, little mama. She gon' work, little mama. I paid the price for this fame.
So the EQ is not there. Now it's there.
She gon' work, little mama. She gon' work, little mama. For this money and the fame.
All right. So if you're not using headphones, you might not even hear what is the difference. But the difference is just a little bit. Then the next thing I've put is a Deesser. You know, I'm sure you guessed right. I use the Nectar 2 Deesser. But these Deessers are just the same. You can use the Waves Deesser, or you can use... I didn't change any settings. I just put it there. Then I just de-essed up to like minus 8.1, you know. So nothing tweaked, just the direct thing and TS. All right. Then the next thing we have is the Vox compressor. Now, on the mix pads, the Vox compressor, it's not doing a lot. It's just taming down the doubled sound, which might sound too loud when it's doubled, just back to the normal. It's not hard compressing, it's just nicely compressing. So that's the secret. So there we go.
She gon' work, little mama. She gon' work, little mama. She gon' work, little mama. I paid the price for this fame. She gon' work.
Okay, so you get the idea. So if you can look at my chain, I didn't use any serious things. It's just reverb, delay on the special effects, okay, ordinary effects. Then I've got my EQ on the mix pass. Then I've got my Deesser, and I've got my final compressor. On my vocals, I'm done, right? You saw that on the main, there's no EQ there. Let's just check once more. There's no EQ there. Nothing. No EQ. Cool. Let's go to the ad-libs. Let's hear what this guy is saying. Alright, 1. So I didn't do any delay on these ad-libs because they are like stacked up. So if you put a delay on them, they will sound really crazy. So this one is just a direct vol. It's just like supporting the main vocal. Nothing special. It's just auto-tune and reverb. Then the EQ of it, it's on the mix parts, right? Let's go to the next one. I think I did those ad-libs, you know, so yeah, so that is how I sound like when I'm in the records. You know what I'm saying? So auto-tune, EQ, I think here we wanted to remove the lows and the highs. Nothing special here. You can see this is stock EQ. We have a phaser so that it sounds more like an ad-lib, not anything else. Then we've got a delay, which is like -16. High pass filter at around 359. Low pass at 741, so that the delay sounds really good. Half. Then lo-fi, then believe it or not, we put a transient master on this one just to add a little bit of move on it. Nothing special. Let's go to the next one. The next one, auto-tune, nothing else. Then there's this special one. This one is got EQ, just cutting down the lows and the super highs. A compressor, smashing it down really. Then a transient. I don't know why did we do that, but we did it. Then a delay. So nothing serious, but the mixing is all on point. Radio quality, whatever you can call it. So here's how, let's see if we have left something. Okay, everything is there. So this is how it sounds like.
For this money and the fame, she can work, little mama. She can work, little mama. She can work, little mama. I pay the price for this fame. She can work, little mama. She can work, little mama. She can work, little mama. For this money and the fame, she can work, little mama. She can work, little mama. She can work, little mama. I pay the price for this fame. She can work, little mama.
All right. So the next thing I'm going to talk about is sorry, I don't know what's wrong with my voice. I think I'm going to grab my energy juice. Thank you for being exceptional. I'm a human being too. You know what? The next thing I'm going to talk about is penning. I'm just going to select these 4 ad-libs and open the mixer. Make it a little bit bigger so that we can see what we're doing. Now, if you look at these ad-libs, one is penned 39% left, the other one is penned 40% right, the other one is penned 34% right, the other one is penned 65% left. Yeah, you guessed right, 65% right. Now, a few have got a delay on with no ping pong, 10% delay, not really crazy, direct reverb at around -9 dB. That is something like a lot, right? Okay, then the other one, -10 dB reverb, nothing else. -12, -11, -12, -11. Okay.
She can work, little mama. She can work, little mama. For this money.
Now, the secret is when you're putting reverb, you are trying to position these. Okay, I think on this one you need to close your eyes. I'm going to explain it while you're closing your eyes. Can you close your eyes, please? You're lying. You're not closing your eyes. Close your eyes. Oh, there we go. Right. If you close your eyes and you picture these people that they are recording in a room or they are performing in a room, the one which is saying "work, little mama," it sounds like it's there on the left, but just behind there, Then the other one is on the other side, on the right, just behind there, and it's not right here on your face, And the reason why I'm saying it's not right here on your face, it's not in the middle. 1, 2, it's not here close to you, it's far. So how do you achieve that? 1 is the volume, 2 it's reverb, 3 it's panning. Do you understand? That is why you hear most of this beautiful music. When you close your eyes and put your earphones on, it touches your emotions, because everything is well so perfect and you can hear everything so clear. So one secret is, when you pan your things, you hear them even if they are lower. If you pan them, they come to the surface again. So you need to, at least, if it's reverb, I mean the ad libs, you can throw reverb on just to position them in a certain place. All right.
For this money and the fame.
One more time.
I paid the price for this fame. She can work, little mama. She can work, little mama. She can work, little mama. For this money and the fame. She can work, little.
All right. So that is how it is. So next thing is the effects bus. You'll realize, like, most of my effects, they are not direct. The delay, it's got its own bus. Then the settings on the delay, they're not crazy. It's just like minus, not a minus. It's just 5 on feedback, quarter over a quarter on the delay. Then ping pong, lo-fi, high pass filter 450, low pass filter at 4.5. Now, someone asked me, what is ping pong? Ping pong is that effect where you hear something going to the left or to the right. If I'm saying it wrong, you can go ahead and Google, you know. Then reverb time. Okay, let's go to the reverb. Now, reverb pre-delay is the time when the reverb is gonna effect. So here, the pre-delay is 1.5. So the reverb is gonna be effective after 1.5 seconds. Then the time of reverb is gonna be 2 seconds. Then the size, you can guess. Diffusion, I don't normally use it. Then I cut a little bit of the highs here. Because once you put too much highs on the reverb, it doesn't sound good. Then cut a little bit of the lows, nothing crazy. I use a plate on my vocals because the plate sounds good, you know. Then the reverb amount, let's go to the main vocals. The reverb amount, it's -8, you know. So sometimes you can put a lot. Sometimes I even put up to -15, which is really, really low. But what I have discovered is reverb works with how the beat is mixed, how the beat is penned, how the delivery of the vocal is delivered, and also how the auto-tune is used. Believe it or not, I'm serious right now. So sometimes you might need to put a lot of reverb, and I don't know. Okay, so wrapping up, nothing serious, just knowing where to put your things, right? I don't use a lot of those crazy effects. I don't try to sound like. Maybe. Alright. I think that's cool for this one. Let's quickly look at the verse. You know, just an extra. This is how the verse sounds like.
Time and effort I put in, the energy to get shit together. It took a while for me never getting the message. All these bitches are just one of those lessons. I had to focus on the issues at present. These people nasty, started feeling the pressure. I wonder if they really.
Alright, nothing special there. Auto-tune, compressor, minus 8. Next thing, reverb with the same settings, delay with the same settings.
Really see, I've been steady chasing, I need the cheddar, the cheese. Focused on living every one of my dreams.
Good. We're done here. So the mastering stage is another stage. But on mixing, we are done. So it's Syble Angels here. Go follow me on Instagram, Twitter, like my page on Facebook, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm gonna be posting a lot of videos, so stay tuned. I'm signing out. Enjoy the song. I'm just gonna play it for you guys.
For this money and the fame, she can work, little mama. She can work, little mama. She can work, little mama. I paid the price for this fame. She can work, little mama. She can work, little mama. She can work, little mama. For this money and the fame, she can work, little mama. She can work, little mama. She can work, little mama. I paid the price for this fame. She can work, little mama. She can work, little mama. She can work, little mama. For this money and the fame. Work, little mama.
Time and effort, I put in the energy to get shit together. It took a while for me, never getting the message. All these bitches are just one of those lessons. I had to focus on the issues at present. These people nasty, started feeling the pressure. I wonder if they really see. I've been steady chasing, I need the cheddar, the cheese. Focused on living every one of my dreams. You wanna get it for the pictures and whatever. Instagram posting in Balenciaga sweaters. Medical be to get up and everything start to add up like I am. I'm feeling gassed up, I know that you want that cash, love. When you get it, you'll get that ass up. I know that you'll get that ass up. Yeah, yeah, yeah.